All right, everybody. This is Mr. Rulin live from the Chromebook Cave. Today is April 4th, 2017. It is 11:04 a.m., and on the other end of the line, I have got Mr. Dooley's class. Mr. Dooley's class, give me a big, hey, what's up? That's awesome. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to teach these kids how to use Screencastify to be able to record something to use within a project-based learning environment. Mr. Dooley has been one of our test drivers for our project-based learning at Delaware City Schools, and we appreciate him doing that. And today we're going to show the kids how to use Screencastify to create a presentation that will be used within their project-based learning unit that will also be used as a demonstration piece for their websites that they're creating for, if I'm right, it's a fictitious island. Is that right, guys? Oh, okay. So we're doing one of the original colonies. So I should talk in a British accent then, men. All right, so here's what we're going to do, guys. All of you should have your Chromebooks, and you should all be logged in using your username, not the public profile. So make sure you're logged in under your username for the school, and then once you get that booted up, within the Chrome window, if you're looking at my screen right now, you'll see up here at the top, right next to the URL bar, there is a little film strip icon. That should appear on almost everybody's Chromebooks. If it hasn't yet, that's fine. It will be there by tomorrow morning for sure. Most of the time, it takes a little bit for that to get pushed out to all the devices, but you should be able to use that by tomorrow morning without a problem. So today we're going to show you how to set this system up and be able to record your presentations and what you're going to do with that presentation then once we're done. So, first off, if that icon is there, we're going to go ahead and click on it. And you're going to notice that it's going to give you a little drop-down box here. Sorry, my end's being a little slow this morning. Come on. Do what you're supposed to do. There we go. So it says loading right now, and it's going to give me a little bit different look than what you guys are. So initially, yours is going to ask you, where do you want to place your recordings? It gives you two options. You can store it in the Google Drive, or you can store it locally. We're going to want to select Google Drive because of its simplicity. You guys are going to be able to grab those files and place them in your website that you're creating with Google Sites and be able to embed those very easily. A topic for a later date, and we'll get to that probably after spring break. We'll talk about that. But so you want to select Google Drive and hit Next. It's going to ask you, like it is me right now. It says, do you want to sign in? Yes, I do want to sign in. And I need to switch over my screen so that it shows my desktop. So you're going to click Sign In, and it's going to ask you to input your information. So your password or whatever you need to put in there. For me, I'm already logged in. If you're logged in, it may also pick that up, just FYI. All right, we're going to skip the tab recording. I don't think it's essential for the project that you're doing. So we're going to click on skip, and it's going to go through a little bit of a process, and it's going to play this video, and I'm going to pause it. So there's a tutorial video that it's going to play. You can come back to this tutorial at a later date. If you want to review something that Mr. Rulin has gone through with you on our video, you are more than welcome to do that. And you can do that on your own time. I'm not going to waste the time of our recording sitting here going through a 1-minute video of everything I'm going to show you. So I'm going to go ahead and come back up, and I'm going to click on that icon, that little film strip. All right, and you're going to have a little pop-up box that comes up. Loading, loading. All right, here we go. So we have tab that's grayed out because we did not set that up. We have desktop, and we also have cam. We're going to ignore the cam for now. We're going to use our desktop for our recording environment. All right, it's going to record everything that you have on your desktop there on your Chromebook. All right. So if it's not checkmarked, it already should be. I think it is by default. You're going to check mark microphone because obviously you're going to want to narrate this video of some sort. Okay? You'll want to select your microphone. For me, it's by default this Samson C01U. It's not going to be that for you. You're going to select built-in microphone. All right? Now, can you all verify for me, those that have the film strip icon, does it show built-in microphone? Okay, so that icon's still not there yet? Okay. Again, that may take till tomorrow for that to show up, and that's fine. It's going to be one of these two, default or built-in. One of the two is what you're going to select, and that'll then get you what you need. So for me, I'm selecting the Samson because I've got this nifty little microphone dealy right here. See that little thing right there? You guys aren't watching my camera, are you? Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, there we go. You see my microphone. I'm waving it here in a second. It's a little bit of a lag time. There it is. So, anyways, back to Screencastify. So what we're going to do is we're going to finish setting this up. And it's as simple as, after you've selected your microphone, we're not going to worry about the webcam. All right? We're going to look at the advanced video options just so you see it. This is normal. A frame rate of 30 frames per second is normal. And I recommend you limit the resolution the way it is. And that's going to be defaulted to what your Chromebook is. Just let it be. And it's going to give you a 3-second countdown. If you think you need more than that, you can give more. You can select 5 or 10 seconds. It's just going to give you an actual verbal countdown before you start. So I'm going to leave it on 3. All right? And I'm going to come back out. And you don't need to worry about the show preview window because you'll get to see your video afterwards. And you'll want to make sure that you have your tab or whatever you're going to be presenting open. That way you can have that ready to go right there. So I'm going to come back in here and I'm going to finish my setup by saying start recording. And it's going to pop up here in just a second. There it goes. Record desktop. So I'm going to click it, and you're going to hear the computer go 3, 2, 1. And then you're live. All right? So here we go. Wait for it. It wants me to tell what screen. We're going to go with that one. Screen 1. 2. And now you're live. Now, if you were watching my screen, and of course I'm pointing to you right now, you can't see it. So up here, the film strip icon had a small red icon there, and then it turned into a larger red circle. When that larger red circle hits, you know you're recording. All right? So you do your little dance, you show them your little video, you show them your presentation, you do your narration, and then we're going to come back up when we're done, and we're going to click on that film strip icon one more time. And sorry about the lag here, guys. Trying to do this and record an actual screencast is just killing my computer. So, in here, you'll see this here. We have a pause option or an end recording. We're going to go ahead and I'm just going to end the recording at that point. All right? And it's going to pull up a brand new window and wait for it. It's going to automatically play. You guys able to hear that? You able to hear that on your end? Okay. Okay. Well, nonetheless, it plays it live for you right there. And within this interface here, you're going to notice that it says uploaded to Google Drive. All right? I'm going to click on that, and it's going to take me straight to the folder on Drive that contains that file. Now, it says we're processing the video. Yeah, that's fine. So I'm going to come back out of this, and I'll hit drive so you can see where it goes. Up to my waffle, and hit drive. Yes, that's what that's called. They call that the Google Waffle. Well, there's the waffle, and then there's the snowman up here. Gives you all your settings. Yeah, this is pretty much Docs is what you're working in. All right. So within Drive, Screencastify has created a folder named itself, basically. So I'm going to scroll down here and find it. Excuse me. Come on. There it is. So there's a folder called Screencastify. If I double click in that, you're going to see that file right here. April 4, 2017 at 11:13 a.m. Now, we'll get into the conversion process of the video after we come back from break. Google is not going to like to digest this WebM file without some conversion. And we'll talk about that. That's a pretty seamless, easy thing to do. And I think at this point, this video will get you started and will get you going with what you need. All right? So, how many of you have, and I obviously can't see you right now, but how many of you have the Screencastify icon on your computer right now? That's weird. So, by digest, I mean it's not going to process it very well. Okay? Hey, let's do this real quick. Can you do me a favor and open a new tab on your Chromebook? And since I have Screencastify in the allowed list, you should be able to go download it. So would you search the word Screencastify? And I'm going to put it up here. Screencastify. Just search Screencastify. And the first one that comes up, the web address should be chrome.google.com and a bunch of other junk afterwards. Click on that. Your screen should look like this. Wait for it. And yours probably says add to Chrome over here, does it? If that says add to Chrome, go ahead and click it. It's going to ask you to verify that you want to add it. Do it. And then let's see if it lets you put it in there. It should. You all able to hear me all right? Mr. Dooley, are you able to hear me okay? So by the sounds of it, it sounds like we got some of you on with it. Am I right? Awesome. Okay. So now, with that on there, you should be able to walk through those steps again. So go ahead and click on that film strip icon. It's going to walk you through that setup process. Choose to go to Google Drive with it. Go ahead and sign in. Yeah, you guys have to add it. Since it's in the allowed list, you guys should be able to add it. Are they in a public session? Huh. Because I've done nothing different than what I've done before for Dempsey, because Dempsey kids have access to it as well. Some are, some aren't. It all depends on the time of day, whether or not they logged out the night before, so. Yeah. Yeah. So are they on those Chromebooks? Do they have individual profiles for each kid? You're going to want to do that. Okay. Get somebody who's willing to give up their Chromebook for a minute. Okay. Go ahead and sign out. It's going to bring you back to the sign-in screen. You should see the DCS logo with DCS student underneath it. You're going to, down in the lower left, going to click add person, just like they said. Man, you guys are smart. And then you'll put in one of their usernames or whatever. Yeah, that's what I would do. You'd have individual students added with their profile then for your room. No, they do not. We can... I mean, how many kids do you have? It's just 3 class periods, right? So each Chromebook's only going to wind up with 3 kids' accounts on it. Yep. Yep, that's a wise idea. Yes. Okay. So. That's fine. And for those of you watching live right now, I'm going to go ahead and pause the stream for just a couple of minutes until the kids get caught up, and we'll get back into the session. All right, so we're back with the Mr. Dooley's class here. They've got their apps installed on their Chromebooks now, and they're able to go through the setup process with me. So when they click on their film strip icon, and I went ahead and deleted mine and reinstalled so you guys can go through this with me again, but you click on that film strip icon, and it's going to bring up the setup process again. Again, yours is probably going to say, well, hey, it's actually doing it for me now, if you see on my screen. It asks you, do you want to store Google Drive or locally? We want to choose Google Drive, and again, for good reason. So we hit Next. Some will, some won't. If you're already signed in, it may not. All right? Did it just bring up the little box up here? Okay, so we're going to skip the tab recording, and it goes through the getting started tutorial, which I'm going to pause and get rid of for now. All right. So I come back up here, and then to create our first video, what I want you to do to start is mute your speakers. If you all know where that button is, right? Top row of keys, there's 3 speaker buttons up there. One is to turn it up, one's to turn it down, and one's to mute them. So go ahead and mute your speakers. All right. And then within that little box that comes up here, we want to make sure that your microphone is selected to the correct one. So does it say built-in or does it say default? Okay. So go ahead and hit default. All right, and I'm going to turn mine back to the Samsung because that's what mine is using. All right, you don't need to worry about the embed webcam or the show preview window. Go ahead and let's click record desktop. It's going to bring up a little window. It's going to ask you to choose what you want to do, your entire screen or the application window. We're going to do the entire screen. So just go ahead and hit share. And then there's your countdown. And now I'm live because you see up here, the little red record icon is bigger than what it was. So you do your little thing, you play your little video, do. Okay? And I'm going to hit pause, and I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to click that film strip, and then I'm going to tell it, stop recording, end recording. And then it's going to bring up on your screen your video that you just made, your little 3-second clip. Okay? So, from there, it automatically uploads that file into Google Drive. And it's in that Screencastify folder. All right? So, does everybody think they've got a decent understanding? No. How many with a show of hands think they can do this without a problem? Okay, that's good. So, those of you that have your hands up, I would make sure that you're helping out your buddies that don't. You know, peer teaching is a big thing, and it's awesome to be able to step in and say, hey, I can help you with this. All right, so make sure you're helpful and being mutually beneficial. All right. So I think I'm going to go ahead and end our video here for today, and then we'll pick up again after spring break, and we'll talk about converting the file and pulling it into your site. All right. Hey, you guys have been awesome today. I appreciate you being my test subjects and doing the recording for me. And we'll get either the next class or the first period on the next one, and we'll get you in somehow, get all of them in at some point. So, other than that, folks, this has been live from the Chromebook Cave. My name's Mr. Rulin, And we'll be back again with another tech tip coming up here probably Thursday morning. And look for that on our YouTube channel, as well as at DCSCBCave on Twitter. Please definitely follow us. And you guys have a great day. Thanks.